frankly.
Hello, everybody, and happy Star Trek Tuesday. What a relief. You've already made it to Tuesday, and it's time for the main viewer. What a great time we have ready for all of you. We're going to talk about WonderCon and all the crazy news that came out of that with John Orchiola, Screen Rant's own.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
That was funny. I just went to show the person talking, but since Jenny went, woo, it went to Jenny. So I said John Orchiola, and then it showed Jenny. That was pretty good.
That would be cool. Like if I just spoke, but it came out of Jenny's mouth.
Oh my God. That's like when somebody's like behind you doing this thing, you know? When
Oh,
you're
yeah.
That's fun.
That's so fun.
All right. Now, we've got a lot to talk about, of course. WonderCon, everybody. A lot of good stuff that came out of that. Also, are the Breen and Klingons involved in Star Trek Discovery Season 5? And is that even possible? By the way, Discovery is finally premiering with its first 2 episodes of Season 5 in just 2 days, really like a day and a few hours. So we're going to give you the whole Discovery breakdown there. And by we, probably John will. And a lot to talk about. Sonequa is also in the news. She's got some fun things to say about Discovery. Our good buddy, Dr. Mohammed Noor, has his BioTrekkie and the Admiral situation going on. That's Jane Brooke, everybody knows. And Section 31 news is out. We've got some Alex Kurtzman teasing Star Trek surprises. So that'll be fun. And here's an interesting thing. Pluto TV adds a channel dedicated to one Star Trek series.
I'm watching it right now. It's been on all day.
Like this. It's amazing.
So much to cover.
I love it.
So let's get into it because Melissa Longo and Jenny R. Johnson are matching today.
Sorry.
Like Soji and Daj.
Yep.
At the piano bar this week. I got a message that was like, get down here. Issa Briones is here. And on Sunday night, and I was like, damn it, I'm not back yet.
When are you going back to Manhattan?
6 a.m. Because there's a Discovery finale season, final season screening in Manhattan tomorrow. Have to be there.
Oh, who's throwing that?
Paramount. It's going to be Cruz and Sonequa Martin Green. Probably Akiva Gold. And you see their bag. So excited.
Everybody, that's Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, resident web crawler.
Hello.
She's going to be in Manhattan watching Discovery Season 5, Episodes 1 and 2 with the stars.
And then on Friday, there's a citywide, tri-state area-wide first contact day party.
All right. Fun. Oh, that's fun. Oh.
Speaking of fun,
for that kind of stuff.
Right?
So, let's say hello to everybody in the live chat very swiftly. What's up,
chat?
Joshua, the Matt, Chuck A, Chris Marshall, Rashid, Joel, Linda, Emily. Whoa, Emily Hall's in the live chat. What's up, Emily? Fran Iverson, Dave Gregory, VFX, Art DS. That's a fun one. And so on. Wanda, we see you, KL Bliss, Draco Rex. What's up to everybody?
It's Prodigy and it's amazing. You can get those at your next creation convention.
STLV. So let's talk about WonderCon. Okay, I did not go to WonderCon. It was in Anaheim. Check it out. The WonderCon experience. Things to do, plan your visit, industry volunteer, all this kind of stuff. But also you can just go there and have fun, which is mostly what I think John Orchiola did. Can you tell us, what did we miss at WonderCon this past weekend?
Well, I was there on Friday and Saturday for the 2 big Star Trek panels thrown by Paramount Plus. Friday was a Star Trek Strange New Worlds sing-along panel. For Subspace Rhapsody, and it had a panel afterwards with songwriters Kate Hanley and Tom Pulse from Letters to Cleo, who wrote all the music. That was moderated by Scott Mantz. And then on Saturday was the screening of Star Trek Discovery Season 5's first episode, which also had a panel moderated by Scott Mantz with Michelle Paradise, showrunner, and director Olatunde Osunsami. And then there was a lot of cool people who were also just kind of in both panels.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you said that like the whole auditorium sang along at the sing along, which just blows me away that everybody knew the like. I mean, obviously they show the words on the bottom, but knew the like melodies and stuff to the whole show. So much fun.
That could have, that must have been amazing, because if the whole crowd, I can only imagine the energy in that room, in that theater.
Yeah. Kay Hanley and Tom Paul said that, they really did legitimately get emotional listening to the audience react. And, Kay even said that during Uhura's song, Keep It Connected, that's when she really teared up. Yeah, no, but it was really gret. I mean, everybody did sing. Yes, the words were on the screen, so that really helped. Because, I wouldn't say everybody sang, but the room sang. Especially for the big numbers, the ones everybody loves, the first number, the last number. Why are we singing? Everybody did that. Everybody sang along with Anson Mount going, "The Starship Enterprise is electrifying." We all love that.
That's cool.
I love that we just got a serenade from John Orquiola.
Yeah, it was really, really great. And the panel was fun. I wrote about some of the things they talked about in the last couple of days on Screen Rant.
How about this one?
What about Anything Goes?
Michelle Yeoh's first scene in Section 31 movie is incredible, says Olatunde, the Star Trek director.
Yes, that was actually Saturday's panel. That was the Discovery panel.
Well, just wrapping up the sing-along one really fast, I heard that they announced that they were going to release the soundtrack for Subspace Rhapsody on vinyl, and it sold out like immediately.
Amazing.
Yeah. So also in the crowd, along with Kay Hanley and Tom Pulse, was now two-time Hugo Award nominee Bill Wolkoff, who co-wrote Subspace Rhapsody. So I got to meet him finally in person and hang out with him. Actually, let me show you some swag. Everybody got a Strange New World coaster. So I got mine. If I can show this here.
I love those.
Yeah, well, I got my autograph. You can't see it.
Oh my God,
it's
there.
It's there. So it was autographed by Kay Hanley, Tom Pulse, and Bill Wolkoff, who wrote "Why Are We Singing?"
Amazing.
That's amazing.
So that was really great. And it was cool because they hung out, like after the panel. It was the last panel of the day, and it was already like after 9 p.m. and everybody was super chill. The panel was really laid back and fun, and then when it was over, everybody rushed up to meet Letters to Cleo, basically, and they all just hung out. Bill Wolkoff hung out. They all signed autographs. They all took pictures. It was really fun.
Yeah, I saw your picture with Bill Wolkoff. It was so great.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
Love that dude. Can you explain for some of them in the live chat that didn't understand that Letters to Cleo reference? And by
Kay
those
Hanley
people, I mean me.
What? You don't know? You're the musical
I just
expert.
learned this after like reading the publicity for Friday.
Kay Hanley was the lead singer, and Tom Pulse was songwriter and also a band member of Letters to Cleo. They were an alternative rock band in the 90s. They had a really big hit called Here and Now, which was featured on Melrose Place and the closing credits of Melrose Place back in the 90s. And then they had a renaissance on Parks and Recreation because Ben Wyatt, Adam Scott's character, loved Letters to Cleo. So they had like a little bit of a re-christening into pop culture. I want to say 15 years ago. But so Tom Pulse actually writes a lot of music for Paramount Plus TV shows. So that's how he got the gig for Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And then he realized that he couldn't write all this music by himself. He needed a lyricist, so he reached out to Kay Hanley, his former bandmate, and they wrote all the songs together. And they only had 5 weeks. 5 weeks to write all this music. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing more magical than a group sing along. I love that that's how they close the day. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really great.
Man. Oh.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
I guess.
funny.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no,
like,
no, no.
The conversation from section 31, but I'm like loving this. Oh, Ryan was in letters to Cleo.
Yeah. Letters to Cleo. They like that main song. And then I really got the 10 Things I Hate About You soundtrack. They did a cover of Cruel to Be Kind that I love.
Yes, Cruel to Be Kind. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I told Kate
soundtrack.
Hanley, I actually saw Letters to Cleo perform in Boston, like
Oh,
in the
cool.
90s.
That's
back in
awesome.
high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So it's amazing to all of a sudden meet her. And because of Star Trek of all things. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just listened to a bit of Here and Now by Letters to Cleo. I've never heard of it before. I thought that if I listened to it, I would recognize it, but I did not. I definitely recognized the feel and the sound, to be very 90s, and watched a little bit of the video. And it was funny because it showed the lady singing, and she's wearing her 90s clothes, and it's going down to her jeans, and all of a sudden her jeans stop, and it's like cut off jeans. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting. That's ugly. I was not expecting that, but it was
like cut off shorts.
Yeah,
like jean shorts.
Yeah, it was kind of like, watch. Let me see if I can find it again, and then everybody can see what I'm talking about here.
Oh, are they like long jean shorts?
I don't know. It just kind of took me by surprise. I don't know. It's okay. So here it is. This is what we'll do. We'll
a huge reveal. I just looked at it.
But it's gonna be muted so we don't get dinged, okay, everybody? So here, we'll have John sing right now.
You just expect it to like pan out, not go down.
Look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, with the tights.
Yes. With the fishnet or so. I was just like, whoa, that was just like a weird, I wasn't expecting
classic
that.
tights and the chunky shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's so 90s.
Yeah.
Anyway, so good music though. Sounded great. And
that's awesome.
So that's them. I did not realize that. Good stuff. So what about
Discovery?
You said please.
Yeah, so day 2, Saturday for me, was the Star Trek Discovery panel. That was around 3:30 in the afternoon. And that one had the showrunner and the director, Michelle Paradise and Olatunde Osunsanmi. So they screened the entire first episode of Discovery season 5. And on the big screen, it looked amazing. And, there are amazing things in there. And
wait, the entire first episode?
Yeah, the entire first episode.
Wow.
And the audience gasped at the right times, and they applauded at the right times, and they awed at the right times, And I think you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. And it was really great. So along with the showrunner and the director, Olatunde brought his family. They were in the VIP section right behind me.
Cool.
His whole family. Some of the writers who were there also, although they didn't get identified by name, they were just, the writers are here. And and Elias Tufexis, who plays Locke, came in and brought his family. So
yay!
I don't know if you can see this. They gave everybody this giant foam finger. Everybody got one of these.
That's amazing.
So, before the panel started, I saw Elias coming down with his family, and he was already holding one of these. And Scott Mantle's on stage waiting for the panel to start. And Elias and I are friends, so I put on mine and I ran over to him. And we just high-fived, like
that's amazing,
right in front of Scott. And Scott was like, "What?"
Is that what led to the fist fight between you and Scott, or was that something else?
Oh, the fist? Oh, yes, yeah. We took it right to the alley.
Amazing.
Could you imagine it being a foam finger fight where they're just slapping each other?
We should have done that. It should have been a giant foam finger fight.
Mm-hmm.
Foam finger fight.
Yeah. So the panel was about 30 minutes long afterwards. It was really, really great. And there were a couple of really nice fan questions as well. So Olatunde did briefly address Section 31, talked a little bit about working with Michelle Yeoh again.
All right, this is what we want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
No spoilers, just basically that it was like she'd never left, like no time had gone by. She slid right back into playing Emperor Giorgio. And apparently, if I read what, or if I heard it correctly or interpreted correctly, the first image released of Section 31 that came out in a Variety article, which is right there, of him talking to Joe Pig, I think or Joe Ping, the actor, the Canadian actor who plays the guy with the mohawk, is apparently from the first scene of the movie.
Oh, cool.
Got some washers here too. Okay.
Love I love that aesthetic. It's so neat looking.
He's the guy who was behind the group who you were like, that guy's a grip for sure.
Oh yeah.
Right. You literally said that last week.
Yeah.
Looks like she got a grip on him.
Yeah.
Nice.
One metal mohawk.
One interesting bit of news that came out of the panel, because Michelle Paradise answered this fan question, was that she is not working on any Star Trek right now. So Discovery season 5 is it for her. So she's not in Starfleet Academy, and she's not doing anything in terms of the Kurtzman universe, at least at this time. She's writing other stuff that she's developing. But yeah, Paradise Trek, as one of the fans called it. Discovery season 5 is the last for now.
Wow. Well, not necessarily. This is not confirmed, but obviously there are new things popping up everywhere. And here was one of them. Now, it's not a certainty. Again, this is just in development. We'll see if it works out. But with the popularity of the musical song episode or whatever that everybody loves, we also have this thing in the works. Star Trek Cats the musical. Now at first I thought it might have been an April Fool's joke, but the Dave Blass says I can confirm this. He would not confirm this if there was an April Fool's joke. It wouldn't be a double April Fool's joke. Nobody would do that to us. He says it's going to be perfect. I'm sure that's just a typo, not a silly joke. Lots of carpet everywhere. Oh, that's cute. So it looks like he says the whole set looks like a scratch post. They're like doing this everywhere.
The carpet.
I still think it's an April Fool's.
No, I don't. I think that's not. I think that's.
Oh my God.
There's no way that they would.
The carpet thing
with
was so hilarious.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. And the Scorch, right?
Oh yes, that's Forkers. My favorite. I love that guy.
Me too.
So anyway, everybody look forward to that. I think it's going to have an early 2025 release. So,
It's taking the place of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth. No, of Discovery, because Discovery's done after this year. So then we're going to have that.
A really cool comment that I read about from the panel too, that was sort of like, I don't know how he worded it exactly, but basically like, it's a low entry point for needing to know about the whole world so that it can appeal to a broader audience and get people more into Star Trek without having tons of knowledge, which is great.
Yeah, that's true. And also just a little bit more on this Cats musical, Star Trek Cats the musical, because there is, these are all just rumors, but apparently in season 2, or in episode 2, it says all hell breaks loose as the crew goes down to a desert planet, just full of sand.
Hold on, I remembered a really good.
Suddenly they're just like, control yourself, they're just like bedlam. Friends become enemies, enemies become friends. People get too close.
Yeah.
Anyway, you see, John,
Cat
because cats, if you
please explain cats to me. Cats in sandboxes.
Yeah. That's all.
I assume Dave's got Liz sourcing the carpets now.
Carpets.
All right. So let's move on, shall we? Before we do though, was there anything else with WonderCon? Any fun parties? What was the best meal you had at WonderCon?
Pizza. There was pretty good pizza there. from one of the food trucks.
That's cool.
Yeah, there weren't any fun parties that I knew of or I went to. We went to the hotel bar on Friday night after the Strange New World sing along, and it was packed, just absolutely packed. But yeah, I mean, I didn't stay over in Anaheim. My friends and I traveled back and forth both days, so we hit the road, but it was great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if there's no traffic, it's only an hour away. So
right, yeah, that's awesome.
Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, did you hear anything from WonderCon? You're usually poking around and sleuthing.
Sorry, I just had to do a Twitter joke about how the Cats musical is going to star Jellicoe.
Nice.
Anyway,
you had to stop everything to do a Twitter joke. I guess I did that a minute ago, didn't I?
Funny to me. Okay. Well, I know Dr. Trek Larry Nemeczek.
Oh yeah, he was at the Discovery panel. I saw him on Saturday.
Yeah, his panel looked really cool about like kind of smoothing the canon, and that he usually does a couple times a year. And so I assume there were some like really great bar hangs with him. And I mean, mainly I was just living vicariously through John and then LAOE team. And I really enjoyed their group picture where someone wore like both hands, like foam hands like this, and we're doing like
nice.
salutes with foam hands. So good. Yeah, perfect.
They should have foam hands everywhere.
They really should.
So funny.
What a completely random.
A couple
of
my friends
choice.
actually took a stack of the foam hands, like literally five or six.
Hilarious.
Now he can nap.
Like, friend of Virtual Trek on Dayton Ward was there. He said it was his first WonderCon. A bunch of writers we know were there. Looked amazing.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know that I'd ever heard of WonderCon. It like took me a total surprise. Suddenly everybody was there.
That's pretty famous. It's not as big by any means, but like a San Diego Comic-Con. It's the same company as San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's by no means as big. There aren't nearly as many celebrities as San Diego Comic-Con. So it was very chill. I mean, it was crowded on Saturday, especially because it was raining, so everybody was indoors. All the cosplayers were actually inside for the early part of the day. Yeah, but it was very chill. I mean, it was one of the more chill cons I've been to.
Amazing.
Sounds great. Parking's a little rough. I'll be honest.
Oh, that was the other thing.
Full disclosure.
Larry got a row spot in the parking lot, and that was one of the biggest posts of the weekend. He was like, "How did this happen? It's raining, and I got a front row spot in the parking lot." It was amazing. I was like, "Wait, I had heard the parking was bad."
It is usually.
It is. I mean, sometimes if you go like in the afternoon, like somebody's leaving, and you can sneak in. That's what I do at the LA Comic-Con, right? That one, I can usually sneak in it
too.
Yeah, but I can always find street parking if I show up at like 1. Like somebody left at lunchtime.
Gotcha.
What'd you say, Jenny?
Everybody, I said, don't tell everyone that. Now you're never going to get afternoon parking ever again.
Then I just won't go back.
Well, it's just nice to see, like, I mean, I've heard of like the bigger ones, but it's nice to see like Star Trek have more and more of a presence in them. It's just
it really is.
So I just want to point out that Joel, because we're never going to stop talking about Star Trek cats, Joel says the food bowl is down to 11%, Captain, because we know how cats can get. Like if it's like 8% down, they're like, panic, panic, panic. I need more food. And you're like, but you have food right there. It's very funny if you have
20%.
Yeah. It's very funny if you have.
They whack you in the face when you're sleeping.
Yep.
Where's my
and
food?
Then the bad guy, when the Klingons show up with their phaser and the cats are like, oh no. And he's like, yes. And he shoots it and it's really like a red light thing on the wall. And they're all like this. And he's disabled the whole crew because they're going like this. And the Klingon guys defeated the whole.
Oh, that's great.
You see, Anne-Marie, because cats, if you get a little laser pointer, that is that will destroy them more than.
I watched Lower Decks.
Oh yeah, very
I
good.
learned about cats.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, and they have boxes strapped to their backs. So.
Yeah. Right now, there are like 4 people that hate cats in the live chat going, if they say one more thing about cats, I swear I'm out of here. So we better not until somebody else says something funny in the live chat. Hi, Marianne Siegel.
Oh, hi, Mom upstairs.
Oh.
Mom upstairs.
Nobody hates cats. Come on.
I feel like some people do.
Like
Anne-Marie.
They're wrong. They're just misguided.
So misunderstood.
Yeah.
There's a question in the live chat. When is Night Court on? Anne-Marie, what's the answer to that?
That was a joke about a frequent fan question.
I want to know the answer.
John mentioned that the fans had good questions. That was a joke about that question keep coming up during the Brent Spiner panel.
Oh, God.
Anyway. Okay, so this next item here is from trekcentral.net.
Okay,
still mad.
So there's a little bit of a spoiler alert with this, but I'm going to preface it by saying that, like, my own opinion is that when things show up on IMDb, I don't look away, but I don't know.
Of course.
Anyway, some IMDb stuff got updated, and there is a Breen reference in it.
Wow, on IMDb, huh?
Yes, and you just like get up pretty early to like catch things added to IMDb, because I swear I just looked at all of these like a few days ago and it wasn't there.
Whoa. Interesting.
Breen, about freaking time.
Seriously.
Right? We all go nuts because we're dying to know more about the Breen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but hang on. If we find out more about the Breen 900 years in the future, that could be very different than the old rascals we remember from Deep Space Nine and Lower Decks.
Mm-hmm. Add it to the legacy list.
Yeah.
So, what do they have to say?
So first they just like catch you up and reminding you that Klingons were in Discovery. And so the question, so basically they were on IMDb, and some days like you can look through all the episodes and click on the episode and see what actors are listed and see what writers are listed. Yeah. They were doing that today, I guess. And on episode 8, there's a guy who's listed as like a Breen soldier. And then you look, and so also, by the way, they only have like 3 or 4 actors listed on each episode right now, except episode 1 is like maybe 10. But so then it says Breen soldier. So then you click on his name, and when you look at like his list of things, it's like he's been in Discovery 3 episodes as Klingon and as a Breen soldier. So then it's like, are the 2 Klingon appearances, did they already happen, or are those future also?
Interesting.
Well, it should show which episodes.
If he was,
it's tricky. Like sometimes it's entered a little bit weirdly.
Oh, well, yeah, because sometimes if he was like a Klingon extra, then he would have to add his own credit.
And then the other thing is that he's also a stunt person, and I know he's been in like some Strange New Worlds. So sometimes when it's like also stunt, it gets kind of like hard to understand what episodes and stuff. But anyway, the fact that it says Breen soldier and it's on like the IMDb, everybody's like, interesting. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Everybody meaning.
Yeah, okay. So what I'm seeing here is Star Trek Discovery. He was in season 5, episode 1, so upcoming. He is a stunt performer. That's all I see there. I don't see anything that says Klingon. And then also on IMDb, it says, in fact, let's look together, shall we?
There's something about how the Klingon part shows up on a note on his own personal thing, but not on the Paramount thing.
Right.
Star Trek Discovery, Breen soldier. 1 episode. Should I click it?
Yes, because it says episode 8.
No, it died.
2024.
Interesting.
Maybe it won't come up on Zoom. But anyway. Oh yeah, there it is down there. Labyrinths. It says season 5, episode 8, Breen Soldier Labyrinths. Okay. So that doesn't mean anything. Now that means we're going to see the Breen, doesn't it? I think it does.
That's kind of sounds like what it means.
Absolutely.
And it's more confirmation than we got from Picard, whether or not those creatures were Breen or not.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
Okay, well, let's look a little bit more here at this article.
Yeah.
It says, yes, that is the description of a labyrinth from Wikipedia, but hear me out.
Okay.
Part of Discovery's season 5 plot is about a big galactic treasure hunt. What if some treasure is kept in a labyrinth and a Breen soldier guards it? It's about all we have to go on at the moment.
Or he the treasure.
Or is
Yeah.
he the treasure? It's a mummified Breen. No.
The real treasure, the real treasure of the Breen we met along the way.
Yes.
That's
my next one.
What about if it's just a Breen soldier that died 900 years ago and he's just lying there?
right.
That could be too. I mean, you never know. Like,
Because they're, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's an artifact. So maybe the Breen got wiped out like 900 years ago, and they're like, "You thought you were going to see the updated Breen? Suckers! It's just a dude in a helmet."
He just like floats by a window.
Yeah,
floating in space.
He is a stunt guy, so maybe.
I love all of them.
Like that Romulan.
but that is interesting. That is
Jordy and Roe pushed him out the
when we're like on the verge of getting new shows. What's so fun are all the things that come up for you to get to think about, in addition to what actually happens on the show that we get. It's like double things to think about.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I mean, he's not like a random person who tried to add himself to the credits. I mean, he does like work on the shows.
Okay, well, that's interesting. So everybody keep your eyes peeled. Now, of course, all the disclaimers, that you can always do with something like IMDb, where anybody can add anything. It's not always accurate. Seems like it's usually pretty accurate, but maybe not. You never know. Could be anything. Could be some guy that just added his thing by accident. He accidentally went to Discovery. He accidentally said Breen when he was really playing a soldier named Green.
Maybe.
You never know. You never know. What do you think, John?
The Scorch is here. We were just showing. Oh my God. We like said his name a few times and he showed up.
Scorch.
What do you think, John? Is this legit or not legit? Do you think we will see the Breen in episode 8 and this guy will be one of them?
I think he's definitely a green soldier. Of some sort.
All right.
He's actually a Orion. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it makes me wonder how much of the Breen we'll see.
Yeah, I also don't want his. Yeah, exactly. I also don't want his suit to be updated. I like their like low budget suits.
It will be.
Suits.
They're wearing 800-year-old suits. That'd be amazing. Like just.
Oh my God. So I totally thought this too. When I saw the Labyrinth title, the Scorch was like, did Gates McFadden do the choreography? I was like, my thoughts exactly.
Amazing. Yes.
Okay, so this is this the same guy? I don't know if this is the same guy. Because this says
sleuthing we're doing.
Jason Lee Bell. The other one said like LaBelle.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It says, while researching the season, we found that stunt actor Jason Lee Bell has a note for 2024. For context, actors and creatives have the date of the show airing next to their names. In this case, we can see Lee Bell was a stunt performer as a Klingon for 3 episodes between 2017 and 2024.
I love
Well, that's now.
Into doing this with me because it's so fun. Otherwise, I'd just be doing it myself. Really makes you think.
It continues, while these will likely be in seasons 1 and 2, the 2024 mention perhaps means he'll play a Klingon again. Well,
you are right, though. It is, the name did get changed.
Yeah, it's a different.
I liked Lovell.
Yeah, okay, so that's all it is. But this doesn't necessarily, that just means it's the same stunt actor, but it doesn't necessarily mean he'll be a Klingon, right?
Lovell.
Right.
Never know.
Oh, well, it says a stunt performer as a Klingon for 3 episodes. Okay. So maybe we'll see future Klingons as well.
Also, it made me think, like, I would like to hear from more stunt
nice.
actors from, like, the new Star Trek. I think it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a poll going on this.
Yes.
Yes.
Finally.
I'm so confused because now Lee Bell and Lovell both are showing as that they're both in Star Trek Discovery. Also, he's in Murdoch Mysteries.
Nice. All right. All right. So we know he exists. That's good.
Yeah.
Not just an internet ghost. That's cool.
An internet ghost.
All right. So the poll question of the day is, what do you think we'll see in Discovery season 5? All of season 5. Breen and Klingon, just Breen, just Klingon, or neither? Neither.
Love to. Have we seen a Klingon in the far future?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, I would love to do that actually.
Yeah.
No,
we saw a Lurian though.
I know.
Cool.
He's been floating around times.
All right.
I don't know.
Let's move to the next item here. It's from trekcore.com. Check this out. Interview Sonequa Martin Green on her Star Trek Discovery producer role. What? Proudest moments and more.
Oh, what a cute picture.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's such a cute picture.
And the makeup department's like, don't ruin your hand, makeup, Saru.
Get it off her form.
I never noticed the deltas on the boots before. That's pretty dope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's been there since the
they're
beginning.
awesome, eh?
Yeah.
So it reads, Star Trek Discovery is back for its final season later this week, and we had the opportunity to speak to the show's cast and creative team ahead of the show's sign-off. And we've saved the Starship Discovery's captain for last, as Trek Core and a grouping of other outlets spoke to Star Series lead, that's confusing, Sonequa Martin Green, about her expanded behind-the-scenes role, her character's evolution, and more. Here's a question. What are some of your proudest moments from your time on Discovery? Sonequa says, in front of the camera, I'm proud of how bold we were, that we did things that no other Trek had done. We were serialized to a degree that no other Trek has been. Sorry, I'm just pondering that one.
Yeah.
We went to
when they started.
Okay.
Yeah.
We went to a future beyond where any Trek has gone. We made television history with diversity like never before. And then being that first Black female lead, and then first Black female captain. So I hope that boldness is part of our, did somebody say legacy? And it continues.
On the subject of serialization, she's right, because
Yeah.
Deep Space Nine, while innovating serialized Star Trek, had standalone episodes. They did occasionally break up the narrative. Discovery was very much a serialized show, like a Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It was one complete tight story with really no breaks.
Yeah.
Right.
And Picard was serialized, but that came afterwards.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Deep Space Nine had like 6 episodes in the beginning of in the 5th season, I think, or the 6th or 7th. Well, no, it was the 7th.
It was a straddling of
that
continuation of season.
Yeah.
Between
Season 7, the final 10 episodes were just one story to wrap up the Dominion.
That's true. And I feel like the first 6 episodes, but I don't remember if it was season 7 or season 5 or 6, but the first 6 episodes.
Yes, that's right.
Of season 5, I think, were highly serialized. It was like a 6-episode arc, you know, where they crash landed, you know, they had the ship and all that, and Nog and Garrick are talking.
They lost the station. They had to retake the station. There was a whole journey to retaking the station. And that was like 6 episodes.
And Rom got thrown in the brig, and
yeah,
right, yeah.
That was a cool crew that stayed on the station. There was Rom and Kira and Odo and Jake Sisko and Lita. Remember? That was a good one.
And Jake was trying to write anti-Dominion propaganda that
Yes,
Wayun was suppressing.
We also got a consultant named Dr. Muhammad Noor messaging that season 3 of Enterprise was fully serialized.
Yes. Yes, the Xindi.
Right.
That is a good call. The Xindi, that entire third season, was one big juicy arc.
I mean, to be fair, Enterprise never gets any credit for anything. So
I know. It's so
this
sad.
Is very true.
On brand. Yeah. That is on brand.
On that note, what always cracks me up is, you know how Star Trek fans, anytime you see like any group of things, you know, like whether it's a poster of people, the first thing they always say is, where's so-and-so? Where's Tilly? Where's Spock? Where's Kirk?
Where's Muhammad?
And the funniest thing to me is always whenever it shows like captains or leads, everybody always says like, where's Janeway or where's Kirk? And literally Archer is never there, and nobody ever says, where's Archer? They don't even notice that he's missing. That's the saddest thing. Justice for Archer, man. Nobody even notices he's gone.
Archer is like, somebody said this to me the other day. Archer is like George Washington, where like, he was the first, he was like, this big historical figure. You don't really think about him too much, but you wouldn't, he started everything.
Did Archer have wooden teeth?
Did he? I don't know. Anne-Marie, you've seen Scott back in your life.
I didn't end up making it to the connector. I feel so bad.
Are we going to put him on the dollar bill?
You should.
You see, Jenny,
this
here in the United States, we have currency called the dollar.
Bill. We used to. Then we realized that's dumb. We should have a coin instead.
What do you guys have, like euros?
No, we have dollars.
Canadian
dollars. It's a loonie. It's got a loon on it.
Oh, loony.
People are always posting that picture of the $5 bill and making it into stock.
Yeah.
That's how I know
improvement.
Who's the guy on the 5?
Sir Wilfrid Laurier.
Sounds stuffy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, and Archer is in Discovery because they built the Archer space stock.
Right.
That's right.
It's very true.
And you see that thing every now and then.
They're giving us a spoiler for the season.
That would be a NAM.
For a second there, I thought John was doing a really big spoiler about Archer that I happened to know about. And so I thought that John heard about this. And I can't give any more information, but that's why my jaw dropped, because there is a gigantic Archer reveal in Discovery season 5. And I'm not talking about just a name. I'm talking about the character and the whatever. It's April Fool's. We didn't have a show yesterday, so we have to do it today. John was very uncomfortable.
That's just mean.
I also knew you were full of it.
Yeah, I very much am.
I thought I already like reached my April Fool's quota with you. I thought I was safe.
And they're never, it's 365. This year it's 366 days of April Fool's
Lucky
jokes.
us.
All right, so anyway, this continues. Next question. Tell us some more about your producer role. What was your involvement behind the scenes? Sonequa says, from the very beginning, I took my leadership role on Discovery very, very seriously. I knew that as #1 on the call sheet, it was going to be up to me majorly to establish the culture. And the way I describe my culture, the only star is the story. We're a family. That's exactly what we became, and everyone agreed, because these are the most gorgeous people. We definitely had lightning in a bottle, but I was always producerial in the way that I approached the work and in the way that I approached my position on the show. So when it was time to put it in writing and make it even more real, the network was lovely about it. They were like, quote, obviously you are, so let's go, let's fly, end quote. It was, I mean, the let's fly was myself, not end quote after the let's fly for anybody listening in. It was fantastic and took all of one business day for us to make it happen. John, do you know, is she a producer just starting on season 5?
No, she's been a producer, I believe, since season 3.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I just love this because I've always wondered more about like how the actors view like things differently once they become a producer. Interesting.
Well, it just means she's involved in every decision, major, all the decision making. Yeah. She gets a say, and she gets to help decide storyline direction, character direction. She gets to veto some stuff too.
And sometimes producers want to make an actor a producer because that gets the actor more invested in it. The actor's not just like, hey, it's just a paycheck, it's just a job, I'm just clocking in. As soon as I'm done, I'm out of here. But sometimes you give them that producer role and now they care more about the product. Not necessarily that was the case here, but it just makes them care more, be more involved, really, have a say. And it's also just a nice, it's like a respect thing too, like kind of a meeting of the minds, like she's not just an actor, she's also a producer. And I also think that that's a very good point she said about being #1 on the call sheet. That's always the case. #1 on the call sheet always sets the tone. And that's just how it always has been. And that's why, everybody on Voyager hates each other, is because I'm just kidding. No,
but I would also probably, without knowing for sure, I would conjecture that part of her role as producer was to advocate for the actors as well, because she is, she's the leader of that company.
Right.
For sure.
It's just nice to hear from the actor who is actor producer. I feel like you don't hear them themselves talking about that role that much. You usually hear about it like from other people talking about what it's like to work with an actor producer. So it's cool like hearing the opposite side. It comes up a lot in like the Star Trek TNG movies or TOS movies, but like I hadn't really, I was like, oh, this is so cool. We get to hear it from her directly.
But, in the same respect, Patrick Stewart was a producer for all 3 seasons of Picard. And, he had a lot of say in what happened in all 3 seasons, especially the first 2.
Yeah.
A lot of that creative direction was decided because of what he wanted and what he didn't want.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a negotiation kind of situation where they're we want you back in, and he's like, no. And they're like, we'll make you a producer. Executive producer? So I think that had to have been like a negotiating thing. Here's a little bit more that I thought was really cool. Anne-Marie, you're going to say something?
Oh, no, I just like that. I mean, I guess the other difference in like looking at all of her amazing comments is that like Sonequa does seem to take it more of like she's actually like a creative working to make the show better. Whereas some of the actors, like in other times, at least from what you hear, it's sort of like a tactic so that they can shape the show like for their own particular vision, not for like the whole team. Right. They're not necessarily there to work on the show like creative process. So I think she's amazing. It's great to hear.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And she says, it was a lot of work, but I thank the good Lord for it. And there she is talking with our buddy, Jonathan Frakes. Is he wearing goggles?
Yeah, this was like deep COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's, yeah.
Yeah,
the guy
the
behind him
person in
has
the
like
back
a
has a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we weren't messing
cool
around.
hand makeup.
Drew has a mask. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, it's so cool.
I just love seeing this behind the scenes kind of discussion going on. And Saru's got his chill shoes on. He's like, you're not going to see the floor, right? All right, cool.
Yeah.
He's got his chill shoes on.
Because I mean, that's hell on the poor guy, you know, those
Totally.
crazy shoes. So anytime they're not shooting, you know, any kind of big shots or, you know, wide shots or low shots or anything like that, hopefully he can sneak into these shoes and just relax for a bit.
Walking a mile in Saru's shoes takes on a whole new meaning.
That's his memoir.
Walking a mile in Saru's shoes.
Let's get a little bit more of this because there's a lot of good stuff here, shall we? The next question is, Saru gets a new opportunity in season 5. How does that affect Captain Burnham? Sonequa says, I love what we see in the beginning of the season when it's time for Saru to fulfill his purpose and reach his own destiny. As he exits the ship, what?
Spoilers.
Yeah. Wait a second.
Spoilers.
Excuse me?
He exits the ship. Now, are we talking about an away mission?
I don't know.
Or are we talking about a go away mission?
Well, this sentence coupled with what Doug Jones has said in other interviews kind of leads me to conclude that he's leaving the ship.
Wow. As he exits the ship, it's time for Burnham to rise as never before because her guide, her shepherd, her voice of reason, her big brother is gone. And now it's time for her to do those things and be those things for someone else.
Interesting.
It's almost as if his exit signals her stepping into a mentor role to become the one who reaches out to someone else to pull their true selves forward. I never really saw Saru as a mentor.
Oh, you know, it's because in episode 2, by the way, like they did release the synopsis. And when I read it, I was like, why did they just give this massive, usually a spoiler's like, they go seek out new mysteries. This was like a hardcore spoiler of like, and I was like, well, what? I mean, unless they're just that, like they've said that a few times about Saru.
What was the synopsis?
It said, on Saru's last mission as Captain Burnham's number 1, the team ventures to seemingly abandoned planet to hunt for what might be the greatest treasure in the galaxy. But it's about the journey.
Okay. That's not a spoiler to me and I'll tell you why. Because how many times in Star Trek have we said their final mission, the final this, the that, you know, that just means that that could, I mean, it could be that he exits and now this seems to confirm that. But when I read that initially, I see that as, okay, Saru is like, goodbye, everybody. It's my final mission. But then someone attacks and then Saru is forced to stay on the ship. And then they, you know, because that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Kind of like when Worf gets saved on First Contact and he's like, tough little ship, right? And then he doesn't just like go back off somewhere else. He stays for the rest of the movie, you know, and then he does it again in Insurrection and again in Nemesis. And at the end in Nemesis, it was funny. They just kind of made a joke about it. He's like, oh, Mr. Worf, what are you doing here? He's like, I was a blah, and then they just cut away. They're like, whatever.
Romulan ale should be illegal.
It doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. It does say he exits as first officer, which makes me wonder who would replace him. But
who do you think should replace him?
Bryce or Reese?
Bryce is gone. It's Lieutenant Christopher replacing him, if I remember correctly, unless they go back.
Right.
So Reese is still there. Or is Bryce still? Okay.
Reese is still there. I mean, maybe Bryce comes back. Maybe he was just gone on hiatus while Christopher took over. And then he's back in season 5.
Culber. Since we see him with her on the planet. I don't know.
Culber
I'm
already
just
has
making
jobs.
huge leaps. I know.
Well, who do you
He's a
guys
very
think would
busy
make
man.
the best first officer if Saru is gone?
I'll tell you. Gabriel Lorca from the Prime Universe.
Oh my gosh. Yes,
Right?
please.
Right?
Ooh.
What about Tilly?
She already was.
Yeah.
She was. But it makes me wonder because she's focused on
preview?
Starfleet Academy.
Right.
Focused on Starfleet Academy, so I don't know if she
Okay.
would be.
Joel and Valisock says Riker Hollow is the new number 1.
Nice.
Deep cut.
They've never done a holographic first officer.
Yeah, I mean, like, anything's possible after Prodigy.
Yeah.
Got it.
A cloned Archer.
What about Lieutenant? I say Lieutenant Commander Nilsson.
Oh, you know what? It's so cool.
Linus.
All about like where people were
Linus.
named from. And Nielsen's named after Harry Nielsen, who I love. I love
Yeah.
that
Great
song.
singer.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Wait, didn't she leave the show? She hasn't been around since season 4.
Where'd she go then?
Sarah Middich is not in season 5. That's a bummer.
Well, not that I recall from the first episode I saw.
I've been listening to her new podcast.
Yeah,
But
she
I
has
thought
a
she
new.
left the show in the prior season.
Did she? Maybe. But maybe that's why she started a new podcast. She's like, well, I got free time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Because Sarah Middich was originally Ariam.
Yeah.
But then they switched her out. They turned her into Nilsson, and they had somebody else play Ariam for a moment. And then Ariam died. Remember Ariam had like that episode where suddenly they're like, hey, let's introduce Ariam for real this time and kill her.
Yeah.
I'm
Dr. Muhammad Noor is in the live chat.
Yay!
Welcome to the show, Dr. Noor. Please make sure to vote on the poll. Let's end the poll right now, actually. I forgot that was still going.
Same.
Okay. So the question was, what do you think we'll see in Discovery season 5? 8% said, just a Klingon. 8% also said, just a Breen. And they said it like that. And 14% said neither. 68% said Breen and Klingon. Dude,
Nice.
it's happening. That's what they said.
Be from the mountains of Jamaica? Like, are you on vacation? Sounds amazing.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe Stamets. Stamets
Hey,
might be a
here's a
good first officer.
Do you have to be a certain color to become a first officer? Or can it be like red or gold?
Anne Marie.
Anybody can.
I heard the same thing, Ryan.
I know.
You
should be ashamed of yourself. No, you mean color. Department, right? Is that what we're talking about? Okay, uniform color. Okay.
Like technically, it's supposed to be up through the command.
The command track.
Yeah.
Oh, but then like Data, when he's cold, he becomes first officer. Sometimes
that's very true.
Yeah.
And, like,
I feel like there's a lot of like.
Yeah.
As far as rank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's really whoever the captain wants.
Yeah.
And Kira wasn't in red because she was not even in Starfleet.
What is Detmer's station on the ship?
That's
like
what I was
helm.
She's the helm. She's the pilot.
Yeah.
But I think now it's Jet Reno.
It's
yeah, I like that.
I like the Linus approach.
Out.
Yeah.
The Linus approach is good too.
All right. Let's move on. Everybody in the live chat, let us know who you think would make the best first officer on Discovery if Saru does, in fact, leave the ship.
Oh, Glenn Iverson has a great one. What was it? Let me see. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh yeah, he says Trip Chucker comes back after Section 31 drops him off, and he becomes the first officer and the chief engineer.
Ah!
100% on board with that.
John Orchiola, you got to run. But thank you so much for hanging out with us. You got to go do your things. But thanks for hanging out an extra few minutes.
It's so fun when you're here.
Always a great time. We really appreciate you and your time and your cool Discovery shirt and your reporting from the belly of the beast in Anaheim, the belly of the mouse beast.
And all of your great articles. Yeah.
Wow, thank you guys.
God, I was so nerdy now when I was like, oh my God, Scott Lance and John Orchiola are talking to each other on a post. I was like,
yeah,
everybody knows each other. So
was that before the fist fight?
Yeah. We talk after the fist fights.
The phone fight.
Yeah. All right, John, thanks very much. Everybody go check out screenrant.com and John Orchiola and his team's great coverage there.
And everybody enjoy Star Trek Discovery Season 5 on Thursday, 2 episodes, and then First Contact Day on Friday.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
Enjoy dinner.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you there if it's good. All right. So let's just finish up this a little bit more because there's one more question that I want to dive into. And this one it's a great question. Check it out. Because let's be honest, Sonequa Martin Green played Michael Burnham, the main character in Star Trek Discovery for 5 seasons. We are about to enter the 5th season of Discovery. This is her swan song. This is Discovery's swan song. And as we go through the season episode by episode, I bet we're going to start feeling like we're going to be missing her and missing Discovery and missing Saru and missing all these people. Like, that's how I process it usually. Like, right away, I kind of go, I'll be fine. And then season 1 or episode 1 hits and I go, oh yeah, I remember this character. Oh, that's a fun character. And then it starts entering in the back of your head. Whoa, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the last time I'm going to see these people. So the question is, how do you feel about Burnham's evolution over the course of this series? Sonequa replies, character evolution itself has been a cornerstone and tenet of the Star Trek Discovery story. And I hope that's part of the legacy we leave to the franchise, that we were able to tell a story where you got to see people become who they were meant to be. You got to see Burnham and everybody else go from fear to faith, from pain to purpose, from fighting for absolution to giving absolution to someone. That feels like it's a captain's log, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Season 5 itself encapsulates Burnham's evolution, and you'll see that contrast right in front of your face.
In your face. Yeah.
It was a particular journey for Burnham to have a dichotomy between these two cultures, volcanism and humanity. It was a big conflict in the beginning, and I love what we found. I love that we found a sort of stasis for her. And I appreciate the writers for that. I feel like all of our characters found this balance and we did it together. Our journeys were running parallel while also intersecting in different ways. There she is.
Yeah, I think everybody was like, why do we have to have her be Spock's sister? But I kind of feel like in retrospect, I feel like she added so much to Spock's parents' storylines.
Oh, yeah.
And like history. And she also she makes like Spock and Sarek's like kind of tense relationship that much better because you know the backstory of like she wasn't given a place at like, or like they couldn't go to the like school of their dreams, like one school couldn't take 2 and she got a place, and like so that then Spock didn't get offered a place. It's just, it was really good.
Yeah,
I love
it. Definitely adds layers to Spock's journey too.
Let's ask Muhammad in the live chat, Dr. Noor in the live chat, how do you feel about Michael Burnham's evolution in like 23 words or less, because that's all that YouTube allows you in the comments. All right, well, let's move on to the next article, everybody. Oh, that's funny. Right on cue, this is from trekmovie.com. It's entitled BioTrekkie with the Admiral. YouTube series returns for Star Trek Discovery Season 5. Right here, Muhammad is saying, like, everybody looking closely. You see he's doing this thing, the Fists of Fury. I know what he's saying to Jane Brooke here. Yeah, he's saying, expectations. That's what he's saying. And Jane Brooke's like, Muhammad, you need to stop hanging out with Ryan. That's a problem. She's like, I like you, but you gotta. And he's like, no, but it's where we first talk about what we expected before actually giving up what we got. And then that's what he's doing right now. And she's being very nice about it, but stern. No, really what they're doing is, I mean, I don't know what he's doing here, to be honest, but they are talking about Discovery Season 5. They're going to be reviewing it. I believe that premieres this Sunday, right? Sunday at noon
at 1
Pacific,
p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. Oh, no, you're right. 1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific.
I'm so excited.
Every Sunday.
Like, their show is one of my favorite shows on YouTube. Like, every time they come out, I listen to them like maybe 3 times. They're so fun and so good. And they really do make me like every episode even more. Awesome. I love it.
I can't wait.
And it's just
we great to need a little more Muhammad in our lives, right?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Muhammad's not even here and we're still like promoting the hell out of his stuff. He's like, let me take a break while these guys kiss my ass. Yeah, here we go. Oh boy, this is good stuff. Tell me more about how great we are, me and Jane. But they are great, and everybody should definitely go check it out. We're not lying. So it reads, and this is by Laurie Ulster, our good pal. Laurie Ulster says,
I'm going to see her at the New York premiere.
BioTrekkie with the Admiral is back. The YouTube series is hosted by Dr. Muhammad Noor, biology professor and an official consultant on the Star Trek Discovery seasons 3 and 4, and Jane Brooke, who played Admiral Katrina Cornwell in seasons 1 and 2. The show will return to YouTube on Sunday, April 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I guess I should have just read that first. Following the international release of Discovery Season 5 episodes. The series, which launched in 2021. I'm
heartbroken about Admiral Katrina Cornwell's death all over again. Seeing her name was so heartbreaking.
I loved her character.
The series, which launched in 2021, features Noor and Brooke teaching real-world biology concepts using Discovery events as a springboard. They alternate roles when they're talking about biology and science. Noor plays the role of teacher, and then they switch when Brooke discusses the craft of acting and production. Here's the official announcement for the new episodes. You can play it yourselves, everybody.
That's so great.
And while you're waiting, I started watching some of the ones from other seasons to get me ready for season 5. They're so fun.
Let's see. Rose Kirby in the live chat very quickly says, by the way, will you have a show Thursday night to review Star Trek Discovery Season 5, Episode 1 and 2? That's good. Actually, that's kind of why we're promoting the heck out of Muhammad's. I think you're probably referring to the 7th rule. Since we're not doing them on the 7th rule, that's why everybody definitely go check out Muhammad's thing, because Thursdays, we're very busy. And so since on the 7th rule, we're not going to be doing, we'll be doing it. We'll do both episodes starting at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. That'll be the first one. The second one will be 1 hour right after that, 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. We will be reviewing those, Sirach, Lofton, and myself. That was a great. Oh, actually, man, you know, why don't we just call this the main viewer Dr. Muhammad Noor edition Love Fest?
Yes.
Dr. Muhammad Noor will be our guest for the first episode because, well, I can't say why, but let's just say Dr. Noor is very relevant to this review. And there were some things that we wanted to review about this episode.
Is he the new first officer?
Yeah.
But we were not qualified. Dr. Noor was qualified to talk about the subject matter that he knows much better than we do.
God, I'm so excited.
But no spoilers at all.
Bunnies?
There. Yeah, Easter bunnies.
Bunnies?
What about episode 2? Or can you not?
What?
Is there a guest for episode 2 also? Or can you not?
There is no guest for episode 2. All right.
I know. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Let me see. Robert Kaiser says, I wonder if we'll be sad because we won't have those disco haters around anymore. Will they look for a new target or just go grumpy old people hating on the past show stuff?
Oh my God, yeah. They're about to get so much more free time. Wow.
Yeah, they could pick up a hobby, go mow your lawn, and then tell kids to get off of it.
God, go get a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
Pet, go adopt.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, Allison Leach Hyde says, yay, more Muhammad Noor on all the things. Yeah, it really is Muhammad Noor week, isn't it?
Yes.
Good stuff. Did we ever get Muhammad's answer as to how he felt? Okay, he says about Michael Burnham, he says, best first officer if Saru leaves, time traveled Jake Sisko or his descendant, played by Sirach Lofton.
Yes.
I love that.
Okay.
The Scorch says Owoshikun would make the best first officer.
Agreed.
I think I pronounced that correctly. That's a toughie for me. Sailor Marge says Lieutenant Nilsson. I agree. That's where I was going with that one. Unless
What
she's
if
gone.
Nam came back?
That would be badass. Put some grit in that first officer role.
Yeah.
She was a toughie by our good pal Rachel Ancheril that we like so much.
Yeah, she's awesome.
All right. Okay. Boy, that live chat is just slapping right now. The live chat's nuts. I'm trying to keep up with all of it. There's so much good stuff. Okay. Anyway. That's it on BioTrekkie and the Admiral. Everybody, if you want those links, just go ahead and go to the trekmovie.com article and you can see all the goodies there. Did we already do we already covered this section 31.
Yeah.
We didn't really, there was nothing really more to get into that.
That guy's name in the show is going to be DADA space NOE. So I'm like, dying to know how to say that. Yeah.
Daddy, no.
No.
Daddy, no.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. So here's the quote from the director about section 31. Michelle came in that very first scene that we shot, and it was like she had never left. It was incredible. Actually, that was literally what I told her. Quote, wow, it feels like we just stopped filming with you yesterday, end quote. And so you know what happens in that very first scene is, oh, wait, I can't give that away, tee-hee. It says... snicker, I think.
That's very cool.
Anytime I see laughs on these things, I always try to picture like what kind of laugh. Like, was it a chortle?
Yeah.
Was it a chuckle? You know what I mean? Like, was it just kind of like a little, like, breathes air through their nose? Because sometimes when we say we laughed or we did LOL, we really just went,
yeah. Yeah.
You know. See, like Anne
It's
Marie just
true.
did.
It's true.
Knowing chuckle.
Yeah. Melissa laughs. She just goes straight for the laugh.
Because it's so fun.
Laughing is
fun.
wonderful.
I love it.
Here's another quote. All these treks are a little bit different. This one is definitely different, but it's still Trek, and we just finished shooting just a week and a half ago, and it is awesome. Right, because Olatunde Osunsanmi, he's done Discovery, he's done Strange New Worlds, I believe, right? So he's done a few different Star Treks, and he can definitely speak on them. I wonder how it's going to be different, though. That's the key. It's going to be super dark.
I mean, I feel like, yeah.
I feel like Section 31 lends itself to darkness. So
yeah. Like, I feel like it would be very strange if it, kicks off and they're walking around in yes, exactly, and they're walking around in some carpeted ship, with bright soothing lights.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, the tone, like, are we talking like horror? Are we talking like spy thriller? Is it like a tense drama? Is it an action thriller? Is it, like, there's a lot of different ways that they can take this, and I'm wondering what it's going to feel like. If they're just going to kind of venture in a new direction and try to make it like James Bondy, or is it going to be like sophisticated dark drama or something like what Jenny's doing?
Did someone describe it at some point as like Guardians of the Galaxy type?
Yes, Michelle Yeoh did.
Oh,
yeah.
And they meets Mission Impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a very clear tone then. What we're talking about. What we're talking about is adventure.
Yeah.
And humor. I mean, if Guardians of the Galaxy, there's a lot of humor in there.
Absolutely. And really, I mean, in addition, that also makes me think of them like meeting new weird aliens and like, but in a like lighthearted way-ish with violence.
Riker's like, did somebody say meet new weird aliens?
How you doing?
How dirty are those feet anyway, huh?
That's probably a Canadian thing. No, that's from that one episode. Yeah, with that lady that wanted to wash her feet or something, right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Marianne Siegel asks about a guffaw. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Doug Jones guffaws, I think. He's a guffaw.
I like people with a good laugh.
Doug Jones, who just got added to the STLV guest list.
Yeah, that's awesome. Was he there last year? He was. I didn't see him.
Was he? I feel like he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in a lot of lines.
All right. I'm looking at some synonyms for laugh real quick.
Ooh.
Giggle, chuckle, chortle, cackle, snicker, titter.
Wow.
I don't know that one. Hee-haw, grin. Grin is not. That's
Hee-haw.
Split one's sides, break up, Twitter. Interesting. Okay. Chuckle, laughter, giggle, snicker, guffaw. I'm not saying that one.
Chortle?
No, I'm not. Titter, belly laugh, horse laugh, boffo, cachinnation, Twitter again. Whoop, Crow, Boff, Simper, Boffola.
Simper.
Huh. Yeah, anyway.
Huh.
Anyway.
I feel like interesting. I have a different mental image when I read the word simper. I have a different sort of like, never think of laughing. That's very interesting. All words are great.
Here's the end of the article on section 31. So Dada Noe, I mean, we'll find out how it's pronounced eventually. Dada Noe is only the second named character for section 31, in addition to Giorgio. Last week, it was revealed that Casey Roll is playing a younger Rachel Garrett, who will eventually meet her fate as captain of the Enterprise C from TNG's Yesterday's Enterprise. There are 8 more members of the cast in unknown roles. Here's the list. Waiting on a release date.
Don't tell us.
This is the most important news. This is what everybody wants to know. There still isn't a release date or time frame for when Section 31 will arrive on Paramount Plus. The 5th and final season of Discovery wraps up at the end of May, and we just learned season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds is confirmed to be arriving in 2025. Oh, wait. With production already complete on Section 31, it could be it arrives ahead of season 3 of Strange New Worlds, possibly even by the end of this year. That's the hope right here.
Yeah.
Sliding it right in
that would
before.
Be pretty awesome.
That would be great.
The 5th season of the adult animated series Lower Deck is expected to arrive later this year on Paramount Plus, and the 2nd season of Star Trek Prodigy will be released this year on Netflix as well. The new YA, that's young adult focused live action Starfleet Academy series, doesn't start shooting until late summer and may not arrive until 2026. That's okay. We got plenty of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So there's our slate. I think Section 31 is going to be before Strange New World season 3, right?
So like in the olden days, like movies would get released for Christmas Day because families are looking for something to see together because you're like home together too much. But now as everybody watches movies online, I still feel like that's the same thing. Then you can watch the movies as a family and just like have something to do and then talk about after. I feel like this would be perfect for that.
Yeah. There's no way that Strange New Worlds will happen before Section 31 because Section 31 is finished filming.
Right.
And Strange New Worlds is not.
I just need it to come out soon because my niece has the Section 31 onesie from STLV and she's going to outgrow it if it takes that much longer.
Yes, she is.
When you were saying, Amory, when you were saying we talk about it, I was just thinking, hey, if we talk about it, does that make this Taco Tuesday? Probably, right?
Oh, nice.
My stomach just growled.
Okay, that's the answer then.
Tacos.
So let's talk about this week right now. Look, Anne-Marie's like sending daggers at me. She's like, I hate your stupid jokes. I swear to God, I'm never coming back on this show.
Never.
Okay. So yesterday on the 7th Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of the Next Generation Season 3 episode, The Hunted, with Jeff McCarthy as our special guest. That's Roga Danar, of course. That rugged guy, Roga Danar, the outrageous Okona version 2. Okana. So that full review is available on the 7th Rule YouTube channel right now. Then on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, on the Falling Tower YouTube channel, go to the Falling Tower YouTube channel and view our review of Echo on Disney Plus. Echo, new Marvel show called Echo, with special guest Dr. Courtney Lewis. This whole month, we're going to be doing new shows with professors. It's going to be wild.
I love that.
And we're going to have slip and slides. It's going to be, I know.
Amazing.
April. We want to do something special for April. For all of you. So check that out. Dr. Mohammed Noor and I and Dr. Courtney Lewis talk about Echo on Disney Plus, and it's a great time, so do not miss it. Then on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, start your Discovery Review Marathon on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel as we review Season 5, Episode 1 of Discovery with, of course, Dr. Mohammed Noor. Man, we've mentioned his name a lot today. He deserves it. What a superstar. He joins us to explain a lot of things. It's going to be really, really cool. Do not miss it. Then right after that, at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got our review of Episode 2. Sirach and I review Episode 2 of Season 5 of Star Trek Discovery with, yes, we do have a very special guest. It is director Doug Arniakowski, who has directed 5 episodes of Discovery, 5 episodes of Strange New Worlds, of Picard, and 1 short Trek. He was also a executive producer and co-executive producer on all 30 episodes of Star Trek Picard. This dude knows his stuff. He lives out in Las Vegas. That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's really interesting.
This guy gets it.
Calling in from New York or something. He's so cool.
Yeah.
What a career when you look at his IMDb. It's
absolutely.
So do not miss that, everybody. Then on Friday, come right back to this channel, the Virtual TrekCon channel, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will go live, do Star Trek and chill. Melissa will have all kinds of fun stuff prepared for us. We will giggle, we'll chortle and cackle. Anne-Marie will guffaw and breathe through her nose.
No, I'm going to be like raving about the New York City premiere.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Off my swag.
Is it 100?
99. Or wait, no, 100. Is it? 100.
Yes, it will be our big, it will be our big 100th episode bash. And there is a slight possibility it's also the last Star Trek and Chill. So do not miss that. It's absolutely possible.
I love seeing Anne-Marie roll her eyes when she's like,
yesterday she
April Fools.
It's just gotten so bad this year. Like the fake email was the last straw.
Oh my
God. I'm just saying it is entirely possible. It is the last Star Trek and Chill. I'll only put it at like a 20% chance, but it's entirely possible. She's laughing. Now I can't even say real things anymore without people laughing. But it's maybe 30% chance that it's the last Star Trek and Chill ever. But it's also the 100th, so do not miss that.
Oh, by the way, I'm wearing a Star Trek and Chill shirt too. My new which I just can't get it to focus.
Oh, everybody, you can get all 4 of these shirts in varying sizes and colors and styles. Prune Juice and Chill, the amazing Stem Bolt and Chill, or the Neelix and Chill at the Star Trek and Chill online store at the description box below. Just click that link, purchase this item for yourself or somebody you know and care about. And boy, we'd really appreciate it. And you'll really appreciate it.
I should have thought ahead to get a Stem Bolt and Chill shirt for the premiere because we saw in those screen grabs they released ahead of time that there is a Stem Bolt in Discovery. And I'm
That's right.
I could have worn it and been the biggest Stem Bolt fan there.
How quickly, Melissa, can you fly out to New York with that shirt to give
right now?
Emery
I'll meet you there and then meet you at your apartment.
Perfect.
All right, and lastly, on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we will premiere our first segment review of, this is one people like, Star Trek The Next Generation Season 3, Episode 16, The Offspring. With a first-time guest of the show, the writer of this episode and many others, Renee Echeverria, joins us.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Oh,
so
finally.
Freaking awesome.
I'm so excited.
We're way excited. We're so excited about this.
That's fabulous.
So,
Yes.
Sirach and I talk with Renee. we heap praise onto him, but did we love the episode? No spoilers. You'll have to find out. 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern time on the 7th Rule YouTube channel. Do not miss that one.
Yeah.
That's it for us. Anne-Marie, where can people find you online and in person this week?
Okay. Oh my God, there's so many in-person things that'll go over really fast. So first, Twitter at Anne-Marie Siegel1. Okay. The New York City screening for Discovery on Wednesday, and there's an after party at McHale's, which is on 51st Street. Then on Thursday, here on the live chats, Friday at the New York City, like all
so cute,
first contact day party. Oh, I love that little guy.
He's so tiny.
At To Proudly Goes, Drag King and Queen show celebrating Discovery's return. I believe there'll be a Tilly drag queen that night, as well as Michael Burnham. And there'll be trivia and drink specials. And I'll just do this week because there's so much Star Trek. Oh, one other thing is Lawrence Neal's Geek Life Rules cosplay cabaret. Sailor March is going to be featured next Friday.
Oh, we love
yay.
her. Shout out to Sailor Marge.
Act.
Oh, she just said goodnight to everybody in the live chat, so she missed her own shout out.
Oh, no.
Let's take it back.
After this, I'll also be at the Sci-Fi Sisters live show talking about Discovery with Muhammad.
Awesome.
Nice. Joshua Reeve in the live chat says, my Bozeman Phoenix's shirt is on the way.
Yay!
All right. Jenny, what about you? Where can people find you online?
Well, you can find me on many social media platforms, such as Twitter. That one specifically, you can find me at Jenny R. Johnson, but everywhere else you can find me at Jenny R. Johnson Art, because art is what I do. I am an artist. In fact, you can go over to my website, jennyrjohnson.com, and you can find my art. And also you can purchase it if you care to.
Amazing.
Melissa, I was just snapping. That's what people do, for the good job.
Yes, for the poetry. Poetry.
And yourself, Melissa?
At Melissa Longo, Malissa, on social media, and except for on YouTube, it's 3 Fat Lobsters, and the introvertedrepublic.com at Walking Art Made by Melissa, and Walking Art Made by Melissa on Patreon. And there's a lot going on there, so stay tuned because there's a lot going on there.
Donuts for everybody.
Perfect.
All right. And everybody, you can find me online on twitter.com at RyanTGHusk. Once again, that's at RyanTGHusk. Or just virtual TrekCon, the 7th Rule, or Falling Tower on your favorite social media, but especially right here on YouTube. You guys laugh about shows ending, but it's happening. We are chopping shows down. It's gonna happen. Thank you very much to Linda, Joshua, Glenn on B. What's up? Chris Marshall, Bob D, May Borello, Fran Iverson, Robert Kaiser, KL Bliss with the cool pillows, Joshua M. Patton, Terry Rose, the Matt Boardman, Melanie Jean Mayfield, Allison Leach Hyde. We get it. Good stuff. Thanks. Melanie says poetry slam. Snap, snap, snap.
Yes.
For applause. She gets it. All right. Thanks, everybody. We really appreciate all of you. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review if you're listening in. We'd really appreciate it. And other than that, when you want to talk Discovery or cool shirts, put it on the main viewer.